Hey, how's it going, guys? Just back with another huge haul for the week. I don't know why I keep buying so many comic books, but yeah, I went to the local shop today, a little bit of eBay. Alex the Comic Book keeps having auctions, so yeah, lots of stuff to show off. And then at the end of the video, the main event, if you will, I've got a nice AOK. So I'll get into my local shop finds first. So the first book I'll show, and you guys are going to see this in a lot of videos this week, it's that Batgirl 23 variant. Awesome Joshua Middleton cover. Maybe, for what my money's worth, the cover of the year for 2018 so far. When I was purchasing this, my comic shop owner was just like, after I was paying and using my card and signing off, and he was just staring at this cover the entire time we were interacting, I guess, if you will. Like, he was just kind of lost in it. So like I said in my past videos, I'm trying to phase out, I guess, DC and Marvel for now, just to take a break from them, but I couldn't resist this absolutely awesome cover. One of the definitely the best I've seen this year, in my opinion. So had to get that. Next up, I got Infidel #2. Now, this is a little bit late to the Infidel game, but they actually had one copy of this. I don't know if it was in someone's pull box and they didn't want it or what, but the first issue had incredible art, cool horror movie type vibes, so I definitely decided to need to hop on that second issue there, see what it's all about. And look at that cover too, that's awesome. So, and the art inside this is just like that, so pretty cool. Well, next up, Dry Country #3 by Rich Tommaso. So my goal is to sit down and read all these today. I've got the first one read, I got the second one in my queue, but they only had one copy of this today, so I decided just to go ahead and pick it up anyway. So wouldn't miss out, just in case I do really like issue 2 like I did issue 1, so I got that. And then another Image #1, as is like every single week. Flavor #1, so who could resist, a dog cutting celery on a cover and all kinds of other goofy stuff in there, so it looked like a fun, quirky book, so I decided to pick it up since they didn't have a lot of copies of this as well right at open of the store. So I figured instead of missing out on it, I just go ahead and pay the $4, see what it's like. And then I finally decided to pick up the next bundle of the G.I. Joe comics the shop owner had. So he basically has, most of the G.I. Joe runs in intervals of 10 for like 12 to $15. Luckily, I've already got like 1 through 30 from him, so now he's just charging me like $12 for 10 instead of 15. So that comes with G.I. Joe 31. Awesome Frank Springer cover on G.I. Joe 32. G.I. Joe #33. I love these older covers on these G.I. Joes too. And I'll definitely be reading these because I read the previous, like probably 21 through 30 has been my favorite run of G.I. Joe so far that I've read. Actually, there's a cool John Byrne cover too. And then 36. But yeah, I'm hoping this run has the same consistency as that. I'm guessing it does, since Larry Hama pretty much wrote every one of these. And a lot of these, I think every one of these is newsstand too, for what that's worth. So awesome Destro cover there. #39, and then #40. So like I said, I'm excited to have the next phase of these G.I. Joe books with no interruptions and for cheap, of course. So we'll be reading those. Next up, like I said, I had a couple auction victories this week. One of them was an Alex the Comic Quarters auction, which, if you guys are watching this on Wednesday, whatever, I don't even know what day it is, but I know Alex the Comic Quarters having yet another auction tonight. He must be trying to clear out inventory for something, a really big book. We know the way he collects and all that stuff, so I know he's having these auctions for a reason, to get a big daddy or a big boy book or something. But he's been giving a lot of good deals and a lot of good books. So I got this horror lot for maybe $20 shipped, which for the books, that's not too bad at all. Like, I couldn't believe no one was really bidding on this, so I just threw down a little bit of a bid, and it actually went through. So here's Giant Size Dracula #2, which who doesn't love, some 70s Dracula from Marvel Comics. So absolutely thrilled to have that. Marvel Premiere featuring World 38. So I've been trying to collect some of these Marvel Premiere books. This is a little bit later than I usually collect, but I have no problem with that. Absolutely awesome cover on that. Like I said, and I guess it has a little bit of a Lord of the Rings Tolkien vibe in this book, according to the cover. So definitely gonna have to pop this open and check that all out. A couple Tarzan books, Weird Worlds #4, and then Weird Worlds #3. So pretty cool covers there. I usually don't collect Tarzan stuff, but why not in this case? Well, like I said, it was cheap enough. Next up, this is an awesome Gene Colan cover, Tomb of Dracula #2. Absolutely awesome cover. I think this is one of the first ones he showed in the lot, and I was like, yeah, I'll be bidding a few bucks just for that. So I love that painted type of cover. Absolutely awesome. And then pretty awesome Steranko cover, Creatures on the Loose featuring Thongor #22. So gotta love some Steranko there. Had to have it as soon as I saw it. So like I said, 20 bucks shipped. Not too bad, I thought, for those books. So very, very impressed by that deal. Like I said, I don't know why no one else is bidding on that. So yay me, I guess. All right, next up, I did some digging on eBay and found a solid lot on some Daredevil, so I'll save these 3 books for the end of this lot. A lot of this I really wasn't looking for. I might end up just selling most of this lot off. There was one little run of Daredevil I wanted to read, but nothing I was seeking out except for like these 3. But I got this whole lot for 60 bucks plus like a couple dollars shipping. So I think just for the worth of these 3 books, which preview the first one there, probably worth the whole price I paid writing those 3 books. But I'll show the other ones anyway. Daredevil 295, Ghost Rider appearance. Looks like the Fall from Grace run, except for one issue, is all in this lot. So there's 319. Kind of reminds me of that Mondo poster I got up there just a little bit. Kind of neat cover there. 320. 321. For some reason, didn't really read the action when it came to these, I guess. For some reason, he included 2 copies of 321. Unfortunately, didn't have a 322. So then I got 323 with an awesome Venom cover. 324. And then the finale. I don't know if it was like a bit of a spec book when it came out, but he gave me 3 copies of issue 325 for whatever reason. But hey, cool, I guess. I wasn't expecting that, but the more the merrier, I suppose, in the comic book world. So yeah, I have 2 extra copies of 325 now for some reason. So there we go. And then 326 was the last one of that run. And then I also figured, like, why not get this lot? It had these books in it. I know these only go for like $1 or $2. But it's a series I've always kind of wanted to read through. Frank Miller and John Romita Jr.'s Daredevil, the Man Without Fear miniseries. As you can tell by the awesome glare, it's from the 90s. So got 1 through 6 here, so there's number 2. I figure if nothing else, I might just read these and then sell them off for like $1 a piece eventually or something like that. Because like I said, as you can tell by the stacks, I keep running out of room and then buying more stacks, so something's got to give eventually, but nonetheless, I'm still glad to have everything. There's number 6. Alright, so the main reason I bought this auction for 60 bucks is for these 3 books. So the first one I'll show, Daredevil 191. I believe this is supposed to be the last Frank Miller on the ongoing title. So pretty cool Frank Miller cover there, and he does the art and the writing on the inside as well. So there's that. Thought that was pretty cool. And the main reason I was searching for it to begin with, it actually came with Daredevil 181, The Death of Elektra. I actually did not have this book. I had the first appearance of Elektra through 180. Thought I had this book. Wasn't in my collection anywhere. So I'm like, well, I guess I need to buy another copy. And then I saw this lot come up, and luckily I was able to get it a part of a lot. And then, I don't know why this was in the lot. I was kind of looking for it too, just because after hearing Lords of the Long Box show last week, they kind of made a good point. Like, well, this character's going to have to make an appearance in that show on Netflix sometime. So this is Daredevil 131, the first appearance of Bullseye. So I wasn't really looking for this book. It kind of just found me in terms of me searching for the other books. So I thought that was pretty awesome. Copy's not in too bad a shape. It's got spine ticks, obviously, but nothing too egregious on that side there. little bit of chipping on the bottom there, but nothing that concerns me at all. Like I said, for the price I paid for it, I'm definitely not going to complain about this book. So very cool to have. Happy to have that whole lot, of course. Bagged them in Mylar as soon as they came in. So the last thing I wanted to show is there was a YouTuber out there nice enough to send me an AOK, and it was an AOK, all right. Wow. So that YouTuber was A Poormans Comics. So most of you watch this are probably already subscribed to him. If not, absolutely subscribe him up. I'll put the link below as soon as I'm done uploading this video. And he was also nice enough to send a note, and I don't want to show the bottom just in case he didn't want me to show his name there. But he says, "See Wood, here is that book you've been looking for. I'll show it at the end. I guess save it for a surprise, even though I'll probably end up putting it in a thumbnail anyway. I'm glad you'll be going happy. I'm glad it will be going to a happy home. I've added some books I think you'll enjoy. There's some sweet covers, first appearance, and great reads. Enjoy." So like I said, I didn't even. I think I was like commenting on Catrin Figures video. Good something book. I wish I had that book. Still looking for it. And Poorman's Comics also watched the same video. He's like, "Dude, I just got a second copy. Send me your address." And at first I'm like, "We'll organize a trade or something." So I give him my address, and then he didn't tell me what he wanted back. So, dude, I owe you one. Let's just say, or several, as you can see here in a second. So, first book. I've never heard of this trade before, but I'll read it and do a review on it as a part of my tag video out there to try to read my stuff. So, Port of Earth, Volume 1. It's a Top Cow Image title by Zach Kaplan. Like I said, I've never heard of this book or seen it, but I'll definitely be giving it a read since, you know, now it is given to me. So I thought that was a cool gift, actually giving someone a trade. Batman 450, thought this was a very awesome cover. I think this is the first thing I saw when I pulled the box out. So who doesn't love some Batman? That's an awesome Joker cover right there. Next up, Green Arrow 29, some Dan Jurgens cover goodness right there. So I guess he took notes, saw that I like some Dan Jurgens stuff, and sent me this. Next up, Superman Family Giant Size, number 9. And this was like wedged in between a couple books. I hopefully meant to give this to me because there's like 3 comics in the bag, and this was buried behind a couple of them. So thought that was cool. Absolutely awesome. Love the older DC stuff. He sent, looks like a horror book, Unexpected, number 189. Absolutely awesome. Awesome. And then, actually, I think this is the one behind it. Maybe the Super Team was in front of this, but there was a Ripley's Believe It or Not Gold Key Dell from 1969. He must have took note that I love those painted covers in my tote video that I showed with the 10 and 12 cent Dell comics. So, absolutely awesome cover right there. Then I did legit laugh out loud when I saw this. Glad to have it, though. Mr. T and the T-Force by Neil Adams. I was like, oh my god, he threw Mr. T and the T-Force in. That is awesome. Still bagged with the card. Wow, thank you so much. That is absolutely awesome. Grew up on the A-Team, so I guess who my age didn't. Next up, Batman Gotham Knights number 54. Another awesome Joker cover, actually. It looks like maybe a Lee Bermejo cover, so I thought this was really awesome. I think it's a retelling of the Joker origin, so I'll definitely be opening that up. Next one is a second copy for me, but it's still an excellent, awesome cover. Glad to have another one. Buffy the Vampire Slayer number 30 from Season 8. Adam Hughes cover. Buffy in the Snow Slang, so he must have saw one of the videos where I mentioned Buffy's like my favorite TV show of all time, and I liked Adam Hughes, so great combination there. I got a signed copy of this, now I have a second copy, so very happy to have that. Next up, some early Todd McFarlane cover work. The Olympians number 1 from Epic Comics. So like I said, I've never really seen too many of these Olympians covers out anywhere, so I thought it was pretty cool. He threw in a first one. Next up, J. Michael Straczynski's Strange number 5. Another cool cover right there. Actually, I have to seek the first 4 of these out, give that a read, because I know he gets criticized sometimes, but I do like JMS by the end of the day, so I do want to give this whole series a read eventually. Next up, and this is where I'm like, why did you throw this in, dude? These are so awesome. Captain America 332, the one where Captain America quits. I've never noticed until I unboxed this that there's like a crying Lincoln in the corner. That kind of made me laugh for some reason, even though it's probably not supposed to, but yeah, crying Lincoln. But otherwise, the Mike Zeck cover is absolutely awesome. Very impactful once you see this thing. So I might actually try to get this signed at Cincinnati Comic Expo because Mike Zeck is supposed to be in attendance. So awesome there. And then I didn't even know he was sending this. This is absolutely awesome. Marvel Now, .1 #1. First full appearance of Kamala Khan, the new Miss Marvel. Why did you send this, man? This is going for like $20 or $30 online. I can't thank you enough. This is awesome. He must have known I love Miss Marvel and was showing one of the Miss Marvel books off previously. So thank you so much, man. But the book, you know, started the original arrangement, and like I said, as soon as he said he was going to ship this, I was blown away. Like, I still can't believe someone just would send this to me for nothing. Like, it's just crazy to me. So like I said, I owe him. New Teen Titans #1. Wow. So this was on my 2018 book list, basically, of top 10 books to get this year. Just because I was telling everybody else, like, for some reason this book has just always eluded me in the wild. Like, the only times I see it, it's on someone's wall, and you know how wall books get priced and everything. I've never rolled across it in a dollar bin or even like a value bin of anything like $10 or less. This book always eludes me, and every time I do find it, someone wants $20 to $30 to $40 for it. So I've just never pulled the trigger on purchasing. I just about did on eBay before I had this conversation for like 20 some odd dollars actually. But Poorman, he was, I guess in his C2E2 Tall, he was saying he got like a phenomenal deal on this, more or less. It might have been a stealth buy actually. And I kind of, you know, was busting his chops in the comments then because I was at that same convention and didn't find my copy for $1. But then he was nice enough to send an AOK with this in it. So Poormans Comics, thank you so much. I cannot thank you enough for this. Absolutely awesome. So, you know, I'll definitely be keeping this book for the, you know, as long as I have that collection behind me, this book will be a part of it. So thank you so much for the awesome AOK. Couldn't ask for a better YouTuber there. So thank you, Poormans Comics. Other than that, that's all I've got. Like I said, unite the seven. The seven will unite on the reviews from the Batcaves channel a week from Friday. I believe 10 Eastern. So look out for this, but it's going to be my first time as a part of one of these live shows the community likes to get together and do. So we'll see what my probably little contribution will be. There's a lot of heavy hitters in there, and I'm still like, how did I get in there? So thanks, LP, by the way. You know who you are, Rebel Comics. Somehow he invited me, and they actually accepted the invite. So like I said, don't know how I'm involved with all these heavy hitters, but I will be there. And yeah, I guess in terms of this video, like, comment, subscribe, leave some thumbs up, thumbs down, all that good stuff. And thank you guys for the continued support, and have a good day.